As Bat McGrath penned the words of his latest song, he could not help but feel a kinship with the character in his musical narrative, an aging man, sheltered in a nursing home, his memory a jigsaw of dementia-scattered fragments. Like Bat McGrath, the man knows he is dying. His days, as the cliché goes, are numbered. Those numbers may be few, but who really knows for sure? I get scared at times, I don't care sometime where I am. Age can cloud my mind, but never what I feel inside. I'm still a man. McGrath, 73, is not in a nursing home. Nor is his memory a whisper of its former self. He and his wife, Tricia cast, live in Nashville, and in spirit and voice, at least as evidenced in a telephone interview Saturday, he also has no whisper of his former self. He is hearty and thoughtful and, it seems, at peace with a diagnosis he received almost a month ago. The singer-songwriter, whose roots are in Rochester, and who still has an ample fan base here, has months to live. McGrath has colon cancer, which has progressed to his liver. Chemotherapy and other treatment could extend his life, but he has chosen to forego the treatment. And, he said, there is a vibrancy and deep richness to the world and its inhabitants that he now sees. Post-diagnosis, there's something which makes me love creations and humans and every single human, he said. We are so individually complex, it is worth a quick PSA. Pause for a message from McGrath. Get your colonoscopies. Visit your doctors. This he did not do. If I had gotten a colonoscopy 10 or 20 years ago, this probably wouldn't even have happened, he said. Quote, The moral of the story really is for people to get screened and not to be brave at the end of your life, but McGrath didn't see doctors, and here he is. I know who and what I am and I'm fine with it and accepting it, he said. You think about this, sometimes you think about dying and what I'm going to do and how can it be. Is it better to know or not know? Something happens to you. As soon as the doctor said that I wasn't living, I kind of went to another place. Something happens in us that this is okay. I know, when McGrath learned of his numbered days, and he is working on nutrition and holistic healing to see if he can extend them more, he did wonder when or if he would perform again. More so, he wondered whether he would ever perform in Rochester again. Though Nashville has been his home for decades, Rochester is his musical foundation. He has, after all, written a song about Wegmans. In the early 1960s, as a teenager, McGrath was part of a band called the Showstoppers that was signed by Columbia Records. Afterward, he joined guitarist, songwriter Don Potter in Rochester as a duo that released an album on Epic Records. Bat McGrath will be performing in Rochester on January 26. Photo, Kyle R. Schwab. In 2013, McGrath and Potter were welcomed into the Rochester Music Hall of Fame. This places them alongside musical luminaries like conductor, producer Mitch Miller, singer, dancer Cab Calloway, Foreigner frontman Lou Gramm, also part of the 2013 class, jazz composer, flugelhorn master and trumpeter Chuck Mangione, for whom McGrath wrote lyrics to meld with some compositions, drummer Steve Gadd, and bassist Tony Levin. Shortly before Christmas, McGrath called his close friend, Doug Embledge, an anchor and reporter at Wham TV, Channel 13. McGrath wanted his friends and fans in Rochester to know of the diagnosis, but he wasn't quite sure how to spread the word. He avoids social media. He called me, maybe 10 days or a week before Christmas, and said, "Hey, I'm dying," Embledge said Saturday. I thought he meant he had a bad cold. He said, "No, I'm dying." The day after Christmas, Embledge drove to Nashville to see his friend. He also recorded an interview in which McGrath revealed the diagnosis. When I told him what all was going on, he said, "What would you like to do?" McGrath said of his time with Embledge. I said, "One thing is I'd really like to play one more time. I don't want it to be like Bat's dying concert or farewell concert." Instead, he wants the chance to again sing in Rochester. And Embledge made it happen, quickly finding sponsors to fund McGrath's travels and booking the acoustically divine Lyric Theatre for a January 26 show. The show has sold out, but Emblich said some tickets may come available in the week before the performance. With his many contacts in the industry, McGrath considered putting together a super band for the show, but he decided otherwise. "I'm just going to walk out there with a guitar in my hand and sing some songs," he said. Among those will be The Tale of the Dying Man, whose impending death does not alter the fact that "I'm still a man" is a primal and perhaps even primitive perception. McGrath said, "This thought of man as a defining attribute. It's why I want women to rule the world," he said. Speaking of the character in the song, who is sapped by medication and slowed by dementia, McGrath said, "Deep down inside of him there's still some pride." McGrath feels the same. But more than pride, there is the deep well of passion. Passion for story, passion for song, passion for life. Regardless how many days, months, or years are on the horizon, I actually write to fulfill myself, McGrath said. But also I have the added bonus that I can go up to Rochester and perform. Craig@gannett.com. Read or share this story. https://www.democrat-chronicle.com/story/news/2019/01/05-bat-mcgrath-final-cancer-final-rochester-need-lyric-theater/24903350002/